Welcome to Global Interview Institute. Royal Mail is the UK's most trusted delivery company, employing thousands of posties and drivers across the nation. Whether you're applying for a postperson with a driving role or any other position, this video will give you the confidence to ace your interview. Let's dive straight into the questions. Part 1. General and Motivation Questions. Question 1. Why do you want to work for Royal Mail? Sample answer. I want to work for Royal Mail because it's a company with over 500 years of heritage that plays a vital role in connecting communities. I'm attracted to the job security, the opportunity to work outdoors, and to be an active part of my local community. Plus, Royal Mail's reputation as a reliable employer with good benefits and career progression opportunities really appeals to me. When you subscribe, like, and share this video, you're not just improving your career, you're changing lives. A portion of our proceeds supports vulnerable children worldwide. Act now. Be part of something meaningful. Now, let's move on to our second interview question. Question 2. What do you know about Royal Mail? Sample answer. Royal Mail is the UK's designated universal postal service provider, delivering to over 31 million addresses 6 days a week. The company handles letters and parcels through its iconic red postboxes and delivery network. I know Royal Mail values being brilliant in service delivery and being part of the community. The company also operates Parcel Force worldwide for express deliveries. Question 3. Why do you want to be a postperson, delivery driver? Sample answer. I enjoy staying active and working independently while being part of a larger team. The role combines physical activity, driving, and customer interaction, all things I excel at. I like the idea of having a set route where I can build relationships with regular customers and become a familiar, trusted face in the community. Question 4. What makes you suitable for this role? Sample answer. I have a clean driving license with no major violations. I'm physically fit and can walk long distances while carrying weight. I'm reliable, punctual, and have excellent time management skills. I've worked in customer-facing roles before, so I understand the importance of professional service. I'm also comfortable working in all weather conditions. Question 5. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Sample answer. In 5 years, I see myself as an experienced and valued member of the Royal Mail team. I'd like to have mastered multiple delivery routes and potentially moved into a senior postperson role or delivery office supervisor position. I'm interested in contributing to training new staff and improving delivery processes. Part 2. Competency-based questions. Question 6. Tell me about a time you worked as part of a team. Sample answer. In my previous role at a warehouse, we had a large shipment that needed processing within a tight deadline. I coordinated with 5 colleagues to divide tasks efficiently, some unloading, others sorting, and I handled inventory recording. We communicated constantly, helped each other when someone finished early, and completed the task 2 hours ahead of schedule. Question 7. Describe a situation where you had to meet a strict deadline. Sample answer. When working in retail during the Christmas period, I had to prepare 50 online orders for collection by noon. I arrived early, prioritized the orders by size, systematically packed each item, and double-checked addresses. Despite the pressure, I completed all orders by 11:30, allowing time for quality checks. Question 8. When have you been responsible for someone else's property? Sample answer. I house sat for my neighbor for 2 weeks, taking care of their home and pets. I followed their instructions precisely, kept detailed notes of any deliveries, watered plants on schedule, and ensured their property was secure. They returned to find everything in perfect condition and even asked me to house sit again. Question 9. How do you handle working under pressure? Sample answer. I stay calm by focusing on one task at a time and prioritizing what's most urgent. I take deep breaths if I feel stressed and remind myself that panicking won't help. In my previous job, during busy periods, I made quick lists to stay organized and communicated with my supervisor if I needed support. Question 10. Give an example of when you provided excellent customer service. Sample answer. An elderly customer in my previous retail job was confused about a product return. Instead of just processing it quickly, I took time to explain the policy clearly, helped them understand their receipt, and even carried their bags to their car. They wrote a positive review mentioning me by name. Part 3. Situational and scenario questions. Question 11. What would you do if a package was too heavy to deliver safely? Sample answer. Safety comes first. I would never attempt to lift something that could cause injury. I'd first check if I'm using proper lifting technique, bending my knees, keeping my back straight. If it's still too heavy, I'd ask for assistance from a colleague or supervisor, or arrange for special delivery handling. It's better to take extra time than risk injury. Question 12. How would you handle an aggressive dog on your delivery route? Sample answer. I would never put myself at risk. I'd stay calm, avoid direct eye contact with the dog, and slowly back away. I wouldn't run or make sudden movements. I'd report the situation to my supervisor and make a note for future deliveries. If necessary, I'd leave a card asking the customer to collect their mail from the delivery office. Question 13. What would you do if you couldn't complete your round on time? Sample answer. I'd assess why I'm running behind, whether it's due to traffic, weather, or unusual volume. I'd contact my supervisor immediately to inform them of the situation and get guidance. I'd prioritize urgent deliveries and work efficiently but safely to complete as much as possible. I'd never compromise on safety or service quality to rush. Question 14. How would you deal with a customer complaint about a damaged parcel? Sample answer. I'd remain professional and empathetic, apologizing for the inconvenience. I'd explain the claims process clearly, provide them with the necessary forms or website information, and make a note of the issue. I'd report it to my supervisor so they're aware, and if possible, take a photo of the damage for records. Question 15. What would you do if you suspected mail fraud or theft? Sample answer. This is a serious matter that I'd handle carefully. I wouldn't confront anyone directly but would immediately report my concerns to my supervisor or manager with specific details about what I observed. Royal Mail has strict protocols for these situations, and I'd follow them exactly while maintaining confidentiality. Part 4. Physical and practical requirements. Question 16. Can you walk up to 10-12 miles per day carrying a heavy bag? Sample answer. Yes, I'm physically fit and regularly walk long distances. I go to the gym 3 times a week and enjoy hiking on weekends. I understand the physical demands of the role and have prepared myself. I also know the importance of wearing proper footwear and taking care of my health to maintain this level of activity. Question 17. How do you feel about working in all weather conditions? Sample answer. I'm comfortable working outdoors in any weather. I understand that mail delivery doesn't stop for rain or cold. I'd ensure I have appropriate clothing, waterproofs for rain, layers for cold, and sun protection for hot days. I actually enjoy being outdoors and find it invigorating compared to being stuck inside all day. Question 18. Do you have a valid UK driving license? Sample answer. Yes, I have a full UK manual driving license that I've held for X years. I have no more than 6 points and no major convictions. I'm comfortable driving vans and have experience with multi-drop deliveries. I always prioritize road safety and vehicle care. Question 19. How would you organize your mail before starting your round? Sample answer. I'd arrive early to properly sort mail into street order, following the designated route plan. I'd organize parcels by size and delivery sequence in my van for easy access. I'd check for any special delivery items requiring signatures and review any delivery notes. Good preparation saves time on the route. Question 20. Are you comfortable with early morning starts? Sample answer. Absolutely. I'm naturally an early riser and find I'm most productive in the morning. I understand that sorting typically starts very early, sometimes at 5 or 6 a.m. I'd ensure I get adequate sleep the night before and maintain a consistent sleep schedule to stay alert and energized. Part 5. Values and culture fit questions. Question 21. What does being brilliant mean to you in this role? Sample answer. Being brilliant means going above and beyond basic delivery duties. It's about accuracy in sorting, care in handling items, and finding solutions when challenges arise. It means continuously looking for ways to improve efficiency while maintaining quality, and taking pride in representing Royal Mail professionally every day. Question 22. How would you contribute to Royal Mail's sense of community? Sample answer. I'd build positive relationships with customers on my route, learning their names and preferences. I'd look out for vulnerable residents, perhaps noticing if mail is piling up unusually. I'd participate in team activities at the delivery office and support new colleagues. Being part of Royal Mail means being a trusted member of the local community. Question 23. How important is reliability to you? Sample answer. Reliability is absolutely crucial. People depend on their mail for important documents, medications, and staying connected with loved ones. I pride myself on excellent attendance and punctuality. In my previous job, I had perfect attendance for 2 years. I understand that my colleagues also rely on me to complete my duties. Question 24. How do you ensure accuracy in your work? Sample answer. I'm naturally detail-oriented and always double-check my work. I'd follow Royal Mail's sorting procedures exactly, verify addresses carefully, and scan items correctly. If unsure about anything, I'd ask rather than guess. I understand that one misdelivered item can cause significant problems for customers. Question 25. What questions do you have for us? Sample answer. I have a few questions. A. What does a typical day look like for this position? B. What are the main challenges new starters face, and how can I prepare? C. What opportunities exist for career progression? D. How does the team at this delivery office work together? E. What's the timeline for the next steps in the recruitment process? If this video helped you, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more interview tips from Global Interview Institute. Comment below which question you found most challenging, and we'll create more content to help you succeed.